Singer Elton John testified Monday on behalf of the defense in the Kevin Spacey sexual assault trial.
Yeah, John appeared remotely alongside his husband, David Furnish, and the couple testified about Spacey's appearance at their annual charity gala in 2001 and whether they also recall seeing him at the event over the next several years. And the reason that timeline matters is because one of Spacey's accusers has said that the actor aggressively fondled him on the drive to the gala in either 2004 or maybe 2005. Spacey faces allegations from 3 other men, and he has pleaded not guilty to 12 counts.
Let's bring in CBS News foreign correspondent Imtiaz Tyab. Imtiaz, what do we know from Elton John and his husband's testimony?
Lilia, Tony, good to be with you. Well, these were pretty brief appearances via video link. Elton John testifying shortly after his husband, David Furnish, and basically said that Kevin Spacey did not attend the couple's annual white tie and tiara ball party at their home in Windsor the year Spacey's accuser said he was attacked. In fact, or rather, the man in question has been saying that really in 2004 or 2005, that was when Spacey had, and I do want to sort of issue a bit of a trigger warning here as I'm going to describe a sexual assault, had aggressively grabbed his crotch while the two were driving to the ball, saying the Oscar-winning actor had grabbed him so forcefully that he almost drove off the road. Now, both Furnish and John testified that Spacey did not attend the annual party at their Windsor home the year the accuser said he was attacked, with Furnish saying that he had reviewed photographs taken at the party from 2001 to 2005 and that Spacey only appeared in images in 2001. Furnish also said that Spacey's appearance was a big deal that year, saying, quote, he was an Oscar-winning actor and there was a lot of buzz and excitement of him being at the ball, with John saying that he only remembered Spacey coming once to the gala. So that was the testimony from those two very big names in this case, which is still ongoing.
So, Imtiaz, could you isolate for me what Elton John's testimony and Spacey's testimony at this point, what it says about the defense strategy?
Yeah, guys. Well, the short answer is to cast as much doubt on the accuser as possible. We have to remember the 63-year-old actor stands accused, as we've been saying, of 12 offenses, including 7 counts of sexual assault, 3 of indecent assault, 1 count of causing a person to engage in sexual activity without consent, and 1 count of causing a person to engage in, and I'm quoting here, penetrative sexual activity without consent. These are very, very serious charges Spacey, of course, denies. Now, over 2 days of testimony last week, the 2-time Academy Award winner insisted that he never sexually assaulted 3 of the 4 accusers, who have described in detail pretty disturbing alleged encounters between 2001 and 2013, with the attacks, they say, allegedly escalating from unwanted touching to aggressive fondling to, as we've been saying, one instance of performing oral sex, as we've understood, on an unconscious man. Spacey also dismissed one man's fondling claims as, quote, pure fantasy, and said that he did share consensual encounters with 2 others who, in his words, later regretted it. Spacey, however, has accepted the claims of a 4th man, saying that he had made a, quote, clumsy pass during a night of heavy drinking, but took exception to other characterizations. Now, again, Spacey pleaded not guilty to all 12 counts, with his defense having labeled the case of the prosecution as weak and accusing the complainants of lying and over-exaggerating their stories. Lilia, Tony.
Troublesome allegations.
What's that?
Troublesome allegations.
Yeah,
I mean,
very
quite
much
the gap
so.
there between one side and the other. Imtiaz, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.